we're just going to go with a quick tip today then. I want you guys to think about what you're doing when you come to practice next time. So, a quick tip on how to practice your aim when playing golf or practicing golf on a golf range. Now, when I grew up playing golf, there wasn't many ranges around, so I used to practice on a grass field range. So, practicing aim wasn't such a problem because you didn't have all these false straight lines everywhere. So what you find on a golf range is often you'll get mats to point you in a particular direction, even have lines on them. Obviously the mats are usually square, so they will point you in a particular direction, and your bay even has lines going up and down it. So you'll tend to switch off on a range when it comes to thinking about aim. You'll aim in front of you, but what you need to do, so you're putting more thought, making it more realistic, is you want to hit with the lines of the mat and find out what kind of shot you're hitting in relationship to the straight lines of the range and the straight lines of the mat. And then you need to start practicing hitting across the mat. What this will do is it'll give you a much more real feeling of what's going to happen on a golf course. You think about a par 3, so I've got a 6-iron here hitting into a par 3. Sometimes I will tee up on the right side of the tee and hit across the way the tee points into the left side of the green where the pin will be. So on a range you can practice that shot obviously by not going with the lines of the mat and deliberately going across the lines of the mat. Like I said, it's going to give you a much more real feeling of what happens when you play on a golf course, and it'll give you more of a real feeling of what patterns you get into with your shots, what kind of shape of shots you hit, if you're missing left or right, when you're aiming at different angles. So to give you an idea, if I hit one, say with the lines of the mat, for me that feels quite easy. I don't have to think, I just let the mat aim me up, follow the lines, looking down the line I want to hit the ball, and then off I go. And I can see if I'm hitting the ball left or right in relationship to where the mat is pointing. So that's an easy way to get warmed up, get a general feel for how you're hitting. So I hit that shot quite nice, had a little bit of draw on it, but pretty straight. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit one up the left. So on our range there's a fence up the left because I'm near the left side of the range here. So I'm going to try and hit it up the left towards the fence, but obviously try not to hit over, trying to keep the ball in the range. So this is a much more accurate shot, and I'm going to have to think about my aim now because I'm going across the lines of the mat, which requires a little bit more thought. So once I'm there, I feel like I'm aiming at the bunker on the left, which is where I want my ball to go, so I'm going to hit it. Now for me, that's a good shot. It's pretty much landing on my target. For me, aiming across the mat to the left, hitting into the left side of my target, into the left side of range, doesn't feel that hard. It feels like I can reproduce that shot. So I'll hit a few of those, but for me I don't mind that one. So if I get on a par 3 and I'm going to tee up on the right, hitting into the left of the green, I'm going to feel quite confident. That's a shot I feel I can play off or pull off. I'm now going to have a go with one on the right. So aiming across the mat, there's a bunker out here on the right I'm going to try and hit my ball into. Yeah, it's about there. So I'm checking my aim as in just checking the lines of my feet, going parallel to where I want the ball to go. I'm going to try and hit a few shots. Okay, so it's not bad, but that's missing just left. So what I find, for me, and it'll change for each golfer because it's more of a mental thing this, is when I'm aiming across the mat, so across the tee or across the range to the right, I tend to overdraw the ball, I tend to miss it slightly left. So when I'm going across the lines to the right of my target, I tend to miss it to the left. So this is going to tell me, A, I need to practice this shot more, B, maybe I should check my aim and make sure I'm aiming in the right place, which I pretty much am, so I'm happy with my aim. But what it's really telling me, if I get on a hole where I need to aim into the right hand side of the green, so I'm going to tee up on the left hitting into the right hand side, there's a good chance I might miss it less. So what I might do in this next one is just try and hold it off, try and cut it up a little bit more. Yes, loads better. So what I've found with the way I'm practicing my aim on the range for me, so doing it more realistically, aiming throughout the whole range, on the right hand side hitting across the range, I feel like I need to hold off. I feel like I almost have to cut it in a bit more. So next time I go and play and there's a pin on the right and I need to go across the tee to the right, I will try and hold that one in, because I know if I hit my normal shot, I have a tendency to just slightly overdraw it when I'm lined up that way. So guys, get on the range, start thinking. Don't just hit them where the range people have told you to hit them. Don't just go with the lines of the mat. Go with the lines of the mat just to get you warmed up, give you a feel of how you're hitting it, but then practice hitting across the mat. a little bit more. Get practicing your aim. Don't just hit balls on the range without thinking. Make it more realistic. Make that practice count. There's no point spending hours a week practicing if it's not